Yeah, and the last announcement I saw was around the area of proactive compliance, which is interesting because I've always thought of compliance as more reactive to inquiries and things like that. And how do you make compliance proactive?
Oh, well, that was also part of the announcement yesterday that we announced. We've had a capability in our proactive compliance offering around chat remediation. So we've offered chat remediation for Slack, Cisco WebEx, and Microsoft Teams. And yesterday we announced support for Zoom Team Chat. And proactive compliance in that sense means not necessarily waiting for an item to be archived and detecting risk downstream, which is a very important part of compliance operations, but also being able to remediate conversation content. So, for example, if you were to do something in a Zoom Teams chat that violated a policy, we'd identify that, we detect it, but we'd also be able to remove the selected element from the overall meeting and provide some, content in terms of training and awareness, so people know it's a policy violation. It, encourages and fosters better behavior, but also you retain the conversation minus those, potentially inflammatory elements.
Yeah, and with all these, from a vision perspective, all these AI tools that are popping up, and more automated agents talking to people. How does no one's really talked about the problems that might cause from a compliance perspective, but I'm not sure companies really understand how to set the guardrails on those things, right? So,
Well, we've encountered that quite a bit. I mean, if you look at really popular applications like Zoom, AI Meeting Companion, for example, that's one that we provide, as you mentioned, a good word, guardrails around, in that people want to adopt it, people want to utilize it. Their compliance departments might ask them to turn it off, to not use it. And so by using Theta Lake, they can do both. They can encourage the use of that, but also retain and capture that information to detect risk for necessary compliance. We also have seen a lot of interest in note-taker bots.
Yes.
Who are my virtual proxies sort of attending the meeting on my behalf? Do I let them in? If they're in, can I keep that element as part of the operation from a record standpoint? The answer is yes. With Theta Lake, we do that also. So,
what's scary about that is I attend a lot of analyst briefings, and there's as many of these note-taker bots as there are analysts on the call.
It's really odd, isn't it?
And some of them I've never heard of before. I have no idea where the data is being stored. I have no idea where it's being processed. Sometimes they go through NDA information. I do know some companies that just kick them all out now too, so which isn't the right solution.
Right.
But it is a solution, I suppose. So
we're seeing more and more interest in that, and so organizations are starting to take a more measured approach, and they're letting in ones that they have a policy alignment with, and then others are saying no, that's not allowed.
Yeah. Thank
you for notifying us about that.
Yeah, no, that's good. So, all right, well, that was a lot of announcements you made here.
Quite a few.
Yeah, and congratulations to launch a platform. So anything else you want to add?
No, we just encourage you to stop by. A couple days left here at Enterprise Connect, booth 810, and look forward to hearing from you. And thank you for the opportunity, Zayas.
All right, well, Garth, always appreciate your time. So on behalf of Garth Landers from Theta Lake, I'm Zayas Caraval from ZK Research, and thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and give us a like, and I'll see you next time on the next episode of Zcast.